are. That's exactly what they are. They're an embarrassment. Stan Van Gundy calls his team out Sunday in Atlanta. Our defense stinks, so they reward Stan by giving up 118 points the next night. No, my ire is actually towards one of the saddest things I've ever seen. They basically have admitted that the move to downtown is a failure without saying it. They admitted that they are such an embarrassment, they have to find a way to hide their ineptitude. They are using seat covers. Seat covers. Now, listen, I actually think the Pistons are brilliant because they found a way to have a corporate partner do this. Congratulations to the Pistons and to the company that has decided to do this. Hey, that's their business. God bless. But anyone who watched that game, the first thing you saw was, wait a minute, are those T-shirts? No, because they're all perfectly even, and wow, they look really snug on the seats. And at closer look, yup, they took Cousin Eddie's dickie and slipped it over the seat. You know what a dickie is, everybody, right? The turtleneck that's cut off around the chest. The Pistons are using dickies to cover their seats because nobody goes to their games.
How about like cardboard cutouts of actual people?
Right, that's the next step, Roberto. You've heard of building wrap when the Super Bowl came to Detroit. Maybe the Pistons can now use people wrap. Wrap the seats. It'll look like a Nintendo game when you used to hit the ball into the crowd and every guy had the same hat and the same foam finger and made the same motion in unison.
No, they could just do like the award shows, have seat fillers. Pay for seat fillers.
Do you understand what an embarrassment this is? Seat covers? Let me say this. I cannot think of another example of lower bowl seat covers in any league, in any sport, at any time of my life. And I know what some of you are going to say. Oh, but Mike, I mean, what if the Wings are in on this and they're going to make some money? The Wings are not in on this, which means a group of people have to go around peeling off the seat covers and then putting them back on for the next game. Do you understand what an embarrassment this is? The Jaguars tarp the upper deck, or the Raiders tarp the old Oakland Alameda Coliseum's fifth deck, and they get ripped for it. The Detroit Pistons are so ashamed of their attendance, they are essentially tarping the lower bowl sideline to sideline, not the baseline. Because when guys are at the free throw line, it's a sea of Santa Claus suits. That is an absolute admission of outright failure and ineptitude. What an absolute abomination.
Well, they have the second worst attendance percentage in the NBA right now.
They're only filling 80% of the arena, and of the 80% that's sold, Mike, I'm sorry, but we've already gotten, I know people who've been offered free tickets from the company they work for. They're giving tickets away. People don't want to go see this.
No, I thought going downtown, it'd be packed every single night. That's all people said for years.
This is a failure. But I'd love to hear from the people because listen to me. I don't like the Pistons, but I at one point I respected the Piston organization. Bill Davison's got to be rolling over in his grave. Seat covers, lower bowl. You can try to hide. We all saw it. You can try to tell me it's a corporate, non-traditional revenue opportunity. Nah. You know what I think? Here's what I think, my opinion. I think your owner came to town and realized what a disaster this was. And I think he looked around at all the Santa Claus suits and went, get rid of these. now. And about a week later, boom, Uncle Eddie's Dickie. Slide those turtlenecks on the seats. Black blends in better than red. Remember the night they had Welcome Blake t-shirts, how much better the crowd looked? Blue blends in better than red. Newsflash, any color almost blends in better than red. You are using seat covers, a de facto building wrap on the lower bowl of your arena in year 4 of Stan Van Gundy's 5-year contract. You want to tell me that this organization's healthy? You want to tell me that this is headed in the right direction? Look, you can blame red seats. You blame whatever you want. You turn the game on, there's nobody there.
Chauncey!
I have never in my life, watching sports, have seen of, heard of, read about a team using lower bowl seat covers to hide the fact that no one's there. I've never seen it. Ever.
Mr. Gorse must have been throwing those T-shirts up, and they were just hitting a bunch of empty seats. Figured out they had to change something.
I mean, does anybody in this city believe that this is embarrassing? Like, can we just have a conversation that a once proud organization owned by a really good owner is now trying to hide the fact that no one's going to their games? 248-539-9797. I'd love to talk about it with you. There are thousands of